One of these was actually, we talked about Frederick the Great during the Age of Absolutism. He was from Prussia. And how was he an enlightened despot? Well, he allowed for religious freedom, so he did allow for different types of religious groups. He limited censorship. Limiting censorship means that prior to this, many kings and queens would limit what the press or what people in public could say about them. So censorship is stopping people from saying bad things about the government or bad things about the king or the queen. So he puts a limit on that. He says, hey, it's okay for people to criticize the government. He also improved education, reformed the criminal system, and he abolished torture as well. Now, Joseph II of Austria, there's a picture of him there. How was he an enlightened despot? He also embraced legal reforms. He was also a proponent of freedom of the press, meaning that the press could, criticize the government or criticize the king or the queen. Again, prior to this, this was very unusual. The press could not really write anything bad about a king or a queen. He was also a supporter of freedom of worship. And he also abolished serfdom. So serfdom was when peasants would work the land for the nobles and have to, they weren't really paid for working in land. It was kind of like slavery almost in Europe, where these people would work the land for these nobles and not be paid for their services. So Joseph II of Austria, he decides to abolish that serfdom program and ordered that peasants be paid with cash for working the land. Catherine II, or Catherine the Great, was from Russia. Picture her there. And how was she an enlightened despot? Again, religious toleration, abolished torture. She abolished the capital punishment. So again, not executing people or not, going about and killing people for the laws that they've committed. So we're trying to reform the criminal justice system as well. And then she also expanded Russian territory as well. Okay, so we'll wrap up here. So monarchs became enlightened. Philosophers urged monarchs to rule with the rights of their people in mind. And we do have some enlightened despots. We talked about Frederick the Great in Prussia, Joseph II in Austria, and also Catherine II, or more commonly known as Catherine the Great in Russia. And these monarchs from across Europe are going to begin to make reforms and changes that benefit their people. Things like freedom of the press, freedom of religion, abolishing torture, getting rid of serfdom so people can, not live in slavery almost. All right, so that's all I have for the enlightened despots. Please try your best on the questions that follow, and I'll hopefully see and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.